And here we are, coming to an end basically for Nonfiction November. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Today, my book talk is about Agatha Christie and Autobiography. This is such a wonderful book. If you are a fan of Agatha Christie, if you want to know about the life of writers, if you enjoy any sort of mystery, suspense kind of novels, then I think that you will enjoy this book. I give the book a good 4 out of 5 stars as a review, and I highly recommend it. If you've got some free time and you want to take a look at an autobiography. In general, I love autobiographies. I don't know if you've noticed that from the other book talks. Anything that's labeled as a memoir or an autobiography, I'm going to be willing to give it a chance as long as I've got some time to do some reading. Because it's so nice just to get a glimpse into people's lives. And here you get a famous writer who is letting you know her insecurities, letting you know those little private details behind her writing. I believe that in the book she was humble. She pointed out things like knowing her early books were full of cliches, and she spoke about her books as if they weren't magnificent, phenomenal stories. You know, she talked about them just like, oh yeah, it was that little book that I wrote. Something that I really enjoyed was she discussed research, how in order to really write good books that had something new and interesting as a surprise or twist, that she had to do a lot of research. And again, she was humble in the sense that she kind of put herself down. It wasn't that funny, but kind of self-deprecation humor kind of stuff, where she said she really could have been more organized about her research. She looked into all kinds of poisons and different ways that people would kill other people throughout history so that she could bring that in to her mystery novels. There were some funny moments, like she never put down that she was a writer on paperwork. When she had to fill out something when she was traveling, or for something like her passport, she would write married woman, where it asked for her career. In a sense, she was trying to say that she didn't really consider herself a writer. She didn't originally think of it as a career, but that could also be a product of sexism in the time that she was growing up. So I think it's really funny that she would just write down married woman instead of writing published author. One of her friends figured out her pen name. That was a fun story from the book, because she has a certain way of talking in real life, apparently, and she had used some phrase in the story that made it really obvious to her friend. So she tells that story of her friend kind of winking at her and subtly bringing up the topic, and then it seemed like a loyal friend who wasn't just going to go around gabbing to everyone about the pen name. There was an awesome quote in the book. Probably my favorite line was, "It's an odd feeling having a book growing inside you," which to me was reminiscent of, you know, someone being pregnant and having a child and that sort of thing. But the way that she talked about it was really neat. An odd feeling having a book growing inside you. She also had nice little lines like, "I still enjoy dreaming immensely." So, of course, Agatha Christie, having written so much, is going to be able to have some poetic lines in the book with what that she says. You might want to read some of her novels, some of her fiction. She's got a lot that's been published. Works like And Then There Were None, The Mysterious Affair at Styles, Murder on the Orient Express, Murder at the Vicarage, Murder of Robert Ackroyd, Death on the Nile, The ABC Murders, The Man in the Brown Suit, The Body in the Library, Evil Under the Sun. And there's a ton. There's just so many books. It would take forever for me to list them all out. I hope that you enjoyed this book talk and that you are doing awesome. Remember, every day is a good day for a book talk. Peace.